What's up? What's happening? Back with another one. It's a quick one. I think this is going to be pretty good. Trump bringing back small businesses, or not so much bringing back, but uh, Trump may be a main cause to perpetuate a small business boom. That's a better way of putting it. All right, let's see what they got to say, huh?
Businesses across the country, from Main Street to Wall Street, gearing up to hit the ground running in 2025. The Trump agenda, pro-growth, anti-regulation, and all of that will be a big welcome change of attitude for entrepreneurs across the country. But don't take our word for it. We're going right to the source. Joining us now for our special CEO panel, we have Tony Lamb, CEO of Kona Ice Company, and Garrett Reed, CEO of Lane's Chicken Fingers, both traveling to us from Texas and Kentucky. So it's great to have both of you here and to get perspectives outside of the New York City bubble. So Tony, let me start with you. All of the things that you heard yesterday, all of this pro-growth agenda, what are you most excited for with Trump?
Listen, I don't care what politics you have, what side of the aisle you're on. You had to walk away yesterday with nothing but, as a small business owner, nothing but hope. You're excited about the predictability, the consistency that you're going to get out of that. We had that, in his first administration, and it was fantastic. We had crazy good growth through those years, and the last 4 years have been just. It's been almost adversarial, it feels like. It really has. And so you've got this renewed hope. We have 800 franchises, so I represent probably 1,000 small business owners.
That's amazing.
And they're all very excited. And again, different politics, but at the end of the day, small business, we're very excited.
And there were some small business owners in the audience yesterday where he was giving his speech at the end of the day at the Capitol Arena, pardon me. And the energy was palpable. And so I'm going to come to you, Garrett, and ask you, when it comes to the first 100 days, what you want to see, what you think will help you the most. We heard a lot yesterday, and he started signing stuff already. So what's on your radar?
Yeah, I think Tony said the energy is unbelievable. And I think energy is the most unbelievable thing that Trump can help do, this administration. Energy, it's become so expensive. And what we do, my franchisees, shipping chicken, shipping potatoes, shipping everything to the stores, the gas that we have to burn. Right. The energy costs have been so out of control over the last few years. If we can bring that down, help pass those savings along to the
will you
consumers.
Pass them?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Do you think most businesses will?
I believe so. I don't think any of my franchisees or any of the small business owners want to raise prices. That's the last thing we want to do. Tony's shaking his head and agreeing. The worst thing to do is when you see prices go up, and the cost of those. You
watch your customers walk away or say, I can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
You sell treats, 100%. You sell chicken, comfort food. You need people to have disposable income to come in and buy those things.
Exactly right.
Tony, you mentioned predictability, and I think that's such a huge thing for businesses. You get enough uncertainty about what product to sell and who to sell it to. Some critics of the president say...
I just want, before he gets into it, I just want to make it clear. A lot of people miss it. Like, when it comes to raising prices, that is a overall net negative for the common person. Like, I'm so grateful that, not as much as I may go at it with my parents, and I'm not going to sit here and say my parents were perfect people. I'm not going to sit here and act like they were the worst people in the world. No. But what I will say is my parents instilled a lot into me. So now that I'm in my adult years, I have a level of initiative that a lot of my peers don't have. And one of those things was that when I got fired from my job the first time, I said, well, I got money in my pocket. I can make more money by creating a product and selling it and making more money. And that's going to pay the bills. And that's exactly what happened. And in the midst of doing that, don't get me wrong, I've done tag sales as a kid and all that stuff, but you don't have bills as a kid. As a grown adult, it was different. And it really did hurt my heart knowing that I'm selling a product made by hand. It has a great story behind it, and I'm explaining to people that took the time to just hear me speak. You're not just buying into a shirt; you're buying into an ideology that is now passed on to you, and wherever you take it is solely up to you. And that's transformative. But then on the other side of that coin was that there was a level of competition that I had to maintain. I had bills to pay. So, and then you look at cost, expenses, living expenses, material cost. Uh, I mean, sheesh. And I wasn't just standing, I was doing personal delivery. So I would drive out the people and I'd have to factor in gas depending on how far they lived out. And then I have to sit here and say, is it worth it to me to drive to you, spend this much in gas just for you to pay this much? I'm ultimately losing. And then it would break my heart. I'm explaining it and I'm saying, hey, at the time when I was first doing the shirts, I think they were going for like $15, $20. I think when I first did it, if you got it from me in person, I was doing like $15 or $20 or something like that. And a lot of people say, I can't afford it. And I would just look at it, I'm like, dang. And I would just say, you know what, F it, here, take it for free. I made it anyway. I get to determine what I want to do with it, you know. And I think it's another thing. A lot of people go to school and they think they get they have all this knowledge and stuff. And it's like, no, you have curated knowledge. You have the knowledge of what you were told you needed to know. It's another thing to go out into the real world and get knowledge from experience, not necessarily by bumping your head, but from observing and living. Oh man, that's and so. What also breaks the heart is when you keep raising prices like this, you inevitably kill the small business. And what's a prime example of that? The mom and pop stores. We don't have mom and pop stores anymore. All right, your local farmers market, you know, there are fewer and fewer and fewer. At a certain point, farmer markets weren't even farmer markets. You like I never forget where I used to live at. My mom would tell me stories like, yeah, when she was not even a teenager, you could walk down the street and pick a whole bag of fruits from your neighbor's tree, and your neighbor would sit there, wave, smile, and arguably give you some other fruits. You know, and then you go down across the street maybe a couple houses over, they had some other fruit. And then some people had nut trees and this, that, and the third. And you look at the city in the modern day, you would never even know. Never even know, you know. So, and this is, you know, it's not so much price gouging, but politics again. And where we're going, when you look at the energy of things, again, you see in a lot of videos people talking about energy, spirituality, things of that nature. I'm so glad people are finally getting on the bandwagon, but it's like, yo, people have been living this way and never stopped, and bloodlines have been holding true to this for forever. Where were y'all when we needed y'all most, you know? But that's neither here nor there. Now that it's taking place, what we see on the financial level is that things are going back to an inevitable barter system. What you deem valuable, and then the other part of that barter system that isn't taught is the character behind it. Do you even want to do business with this person? The moment you do business with somebody, it's an exchange of energy. We're exchanging light frequencies anyway. I give you cash and you give me milk. The light frequency is showing me that I'm buying milk. The energy frequency, once I drink that glass of milk, my taste buds is telling me, yeah, this energy is milk. You know, so it's, man, breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, especially when prices going up. But hearing this, I like it.
Okay, well, the tariffs are going to create a ton of unpredictability, right? You don't know when they're going to come in, who they're going to come in on. You hear that a lot from the pundit class.
Right.
But as a business guy, does the uncertainty around that bother you all that much?
No, I mean, well, for our companies, we're basically domestic. All production, you know, all of our things are U.S. produced, and so it really doesn't seem to affect us a whole lot. We're not looking at that. What we're to get excited about is just clarity of even tax codes, anything like that. So you get a level of, because I think in 23 they started, you know, grandfathering out the bonus depreciation.
Right.
And you've got all these things that just keep working towards and against the small business owner. And so now that you talk about predictability, now you can kind of start planning your growth. You can start planning your reinvestment in your company, because you know if these tax cuts continue on and we get them back, that's extremely important. He's supposed to do that in the first 100 days, I believe. So we're looking.
That's the plan right now. We're asking every congressman who comes on, are you going to get that done? Because we know you guys need it.
Yeah.
Quickly, we've talked about Make America Healthy Again. It's a cause that's dear to a lot of people's hearts. I was joking with you. You said that you pulled all the red dye 3s and gotten all that out of your system. Right. So just quickly, helpful or hurtful to the business? that movement?
100% helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you say anything but it's helpful? This is great. This is a great process that we're going through, and it's what we should be doing as business owners.
And you?
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, we do sell comfort food, absolutely.
Right.
People love fried chicken.
Thank you. I love fried chicken.
You know, we have a grilled chicken wrap, so if you want something healthy,
Perfect.
there is something healthy on the menu. But I'm all about being healthy. I mean, it's a good cause.
We all want that. The food that we
Withdrawals from Paris Climate Accord, national emergencies over energy and border, reverse electric vehicle mandate. Oh, that's great. Inflation directive on costs for federal agencies. Interesting. Oh yeah, this was great. The trickle down effect on that, especially with the businesses, I think will be very good. Certainly will be something to see in a little bit of time. It's going to take some time. Tariffs as well. I think tariffs are a great thing. Get the tax burden off of your citizens. There's no reason why Americans should be paying taxes in the first fucking place. And it's not even like we can't pay or live off of tariffs. Like, oh my gosh. As much as we do for the world, and China's trying to position themselves into be almost what is it, an Eastern Hemispherian version of America, and they're making this BRICS move. I might do a video on BRICS, but man, get these tariffs popping, take the tax burden off of us. It'll increase the value of our dollar, and it's, I mean, again, our dollar isn't backed by gold, but it would be nice to have lower prices where you start going into stores, and what used to be on average a $5 product is now a $3 product, and that's the average for the next 10, 20, 30 years. You know, but this was fun. Tap in with me at the b.o.m. experience on both YouTube and Instagram. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Much appreciated. Take care. Ciao.